Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Victoria and I like to do a lot of fashion and lifestyle videos with some vlogs mixed in. And if you guys are not new, welcome back to my channel. I hope you guys have subscribed. If you have not already, make sure you do so you can get notified every single time I upload a brand new video. I upload every Thursday and Sundays at 7 p.m. EST. But back to this video. Today is a how-to kind of video, which is going to be how to tie your scarves into bags. You guys really seem to enjoy my last video where I shared 20 different ways to tie a scarf into a top, and I have since acquired a couple of new scarves since the last video, so I figured I'm going to show you guys my top 10 favorite ways to tie a scarf into a bag. I would have loved to create 20 different ways to tie a scarf into the bag, but honestly, when I was like doing some research online and figuring out the different ways that I like to wear a scarf into a bag, I could exhaust up to like 10, 11, pushing maybe 12, but then some of them I didn't really love and they weren't the most functional, so I decided to condense it down to 10 different ways to tie a scarf into a bag so you guys can pick from some of the best of the best, and hopefully you fall in love with one of these ways. And thank you as well to everybody who commented on the previous video letting me know that you would love to see this video. If you guys also want to see a video as to like different ways to tie a scarf elsewhere, I mean around your hair, using a face mask, I guess some people shared an interest in that. I have yet to try tying a scarf around my face as a face mask because I do have actual face masks at home, but I'm gonna do some research and see if I can find some cool nifty ways, especially if there are some fun ones that are stylish, so that you guys will have some fun new ways to wear a mask, because you know, masks are the hottest accessory of 2020. But other than that, let's just dive right into the video. So I have two different scarves here and they're two different sizes. This one is, I believe, a 27 by 27 inch and this one is a 30 by 30 inch scarf. Some of these will need larger scarves just because there's a lot more, I guess, knotting involved in this, and some of them will need a little bit less scarf space. So take that with a side of caution. I would recommend you guys go check out your scarves and see if when you're folding it, if it's too small of a bag, to upgrade to a larger size scarf. If you need a smaller scarf, or you can use a smaller scarf, it will be this white one, and if I do need to use a larger scarf, it will probably be this brown one right here. This one I got recently thrifting, so I won't be able to link this one, but it's very similar to like a Burberry style scarf. It's not Burberry though, just letting you guys know. Surprisingly, this is from another company. I can't remember what it is. It was on here originally and I lost the logo now, but this one I actually got from Mango recently in my Mango haul, so I will link it down below so you guys can get it for yourself as well. I actually love this one. It's a very soft feeling scarf. It is not silk. That's something I did want to mention, but I just like the print. It's very abstract, super neutral colored, and it fits perfectly with my life right now. And I just realized I have a blue stain on it. FML, because I really like the scarf and I am sad that there's blue stains. Why? Do I have to buy another one now? This is kind of annoying. Yeah, there's some blue stains all over this. I definitely wore this and I was sweating on it, and now it's stained for life. I'm screwed. Okay, we're gonna jump into the very first one, which is the quintessential, I guess, satchel bag that everybody makes, and it's super, super easy to make. I'm gonna try to demonstrate these as easy as I can on myself so you guys can see what they look like. But first things first, you're just gonna grab two opposite corners just like this, and you're gonna tie a huge knot. Make sure to double knot all of the ends whenever you guys are creating anything for a shoulder strap or to secure the bag so that the bag does not open on you. And then I find that the easiest way to actually do the next step is to slide your arm right through the bag right here. Take the other two corners that are peeking out from underneath, pull the one that's closest to your chest through, and what you want to do is tie another double knot just like that to secure it in place. And then once you're done, you will have a bag that has a knotted center, so it's nice and secure and you can put things into it. This is what this bag looks like. This is bag number one, and it is a nice little satchel. As you can see, this bag is quite small because I'm using a shorter scarf, but I'm going to show you what it looks like if I use a bigger scarf. So using a larger scarf, this is what the bag would look like. It would hang down a little bit lower, and it's probably a little bit more comfortable on your shoulder because you can put more things into it and it's not as high up into your armpit. I would recommend tying the shoulder strap as close to the ends of the corners as possible, just so you can get a larger drop from your shoulder here. And then probably in the middle section, those two corners, maybe tie a little bit tighter if you want this to be a little bit more secure. I have actually tied it closer towards the end so I would have more space to put things into, but if you want to have that security, definitely recommend tying it a little bit tighter, and then it will drop down just like this. So that is bag number one. We're going to continue on to bag number 2 using the exact same scarf just because I feel like it might be easier for me to show you this, you guys, with the larger scarf. And it's very, very similar to bag number 1, but instead of having the 2 corners at the base of your bag kind of like meet in the center, it's still going to form the same bag but without the overlap in the center. So it's a little bit less secure, but it still functions as a bag. So taking one corner of your scarf, you're just going to pull it down a little bit and tie a knot right there using just one end, just like that. And then directly diagonal from it, you're going to take this corner and tie a knot as well on itself right there. So you're just going to tie 2 knots just like that. So there you go. You have 2 ends just like this. You're going to leave those ends and take the ones that you haven't touched yet. And taking these 2, you are now going to do a double knot at the top. And this is the shoulder strap of the bag. So make sure you double knot it so that it doesn't come off, because the last thing you want is for everything to spill out when you're using it. And then putting it onto your shoulder just right here. All you're going to do is take the ends that were sticking out and tuck them right in so that it's not sticking out everywhere. And now you have the exact same kind of shoulder strap bag, but it's a little bit wider. You can put things in and have easy access to it. Like I said, you're not going to have as much security because it doesn't close completely, but it's a little bit easier to take things in and out, and you have a nice little like hobo style bag. So very cute. That is bag number 2. So bag number 3, also very similar to this style. You're going to take bag number 2. On the inside where you had those 2 ends that were just left like that, you're just going to tie it together into a double knot once again because you don't want things to open up, and you have a secure bag. So it's very similar to bag number 1, except you have those 2 extra straps so that if you ever do have issues opening and closing your bag and you're finding it really annoying, you can just take those 2 ends apart, but your bag will still be secure and it's not going to open up completely. So this is bag number 3, and it is very similar to bag number 1, but it's just a variant of bag number 2. So moving on to bag number 4, I actually really like this one because I think it's really, really cute. I'm going to use the smaller scarf right here, and you're going to take 2 adjacent corners, not diagonal, adjacent ones. You're going to tie a double knot together on this side. If you can, try to tie it as close to the ends of the corners as possible to give yourself larger armholes. Remember, double knots so nothing falls out. And then do the exact same thing to the other end right here as well. Once you have all 4 of the corners tied up, it's going to look like this. It's almost as if you just fold the scarf in half and then tie the ends together. And you're going to stick one arm through here and then out through the other side, and then you have your little arm pouch just like that. I like this because it's nice and small, so if you don't want anything that's too big and hanging off of you, this is a perfect size to have. I'm going to stuff some stuff inside of it just so you guys can see what it looks like when it's filled up a little bit. You can either carry it over your shoulder or on the crook of your elbow. I kind of like it like this. I think this is really cute, and this is one of my favorite little tiny scarf bags to carry around because it's just so adorable. Once again, be wary of this one because there are no areas to kind of like really shut it completely, so you're definitely not going to have as much security with it, but still very cute nonetheless. Moving on to bag number 5, you're going to keep the exact same bag that you just made for bag number 4, and honestly, all you're going to do, you have these 2 things in your arm, take the one at the very end where your hand is and pull it through the loop at top there. And it's just like that. You are done. You may want to adjust it just a little bit so it doesn't open out completely, but you're going to end up with a bag that has an opening here and it's going to have the knot on this side. I like this one because it gives you a slightly longer shoulder drop for you to put your arm into if you don't like the bag to sit directly at your elbow. I also personally turn this side inwards a little bit so it gives me a little bit more security. The outside is not going to be as readily accessible to people, and it's just like that. A much smaller bag, definitely not as large of a space as number 4, but still very cute in my opinion, and it kind of looks like a little tiny bag with a large shoulder strap, just like that. So moving on to bag number 6 now. This is actually really cute. It's going to be a nice little kind of evening shoulder bag. You're going to take the bigger scarf because I think that you need a little bit more material for this one, and you're going to take each corner, I guess like pull it down to about like half a foot, 6 inches, and tie a knot on the corner right here, and then do the same thing to all 4 corners, and we'll be right back. So now that you have all 4 corners knotted just like this, it looks a little bit ridiculous right now. You're going to take 2 at a time and tie them together and tie these into your double knots. So this is going to create like a small little satchel shoulder bag, similar to that one that I just showed you where you tied the 4 corners together, although this will get you a little bit more security just because it encloses the bag a little bit more and it's tighter towards the top as opposed to fully splaying out. And then all you got to do now is just poke your hand right through, and there you go. So at the top here, as you can see, the opening is significantly smaller, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for somebody to reach in and to steal anything, but still nonetheless, it's not fully closed, so just be careful with that. So this is bag number 6, and this is a cute little kind of like crook of the arm little elbow bag. And then bag number 7 is a variant of bag number 6. So all you're gonna do is you have, similar to how you did 5 from 4, all you're gonna do is put it back on your hand just like this, take the one that's on the outside and pull it through the loop of the inside one and just have it so you have only one strap showing through, just like that. This once again secures the bag inside a little bit more, and if you want even more added security, keep this on the inside of you so that nobody can access it. Paste it on the inside of your body, and there you go. You have a cute little bag that has a bow on the front outside now. And then for bag number 8, you're gonna start off with the exact same base as bag number 6. All 4 corners tied in a knot, but instead of tying the 2 adjacent corners together, you wanna tie opposite corners together. So diagonally, drop one on each side, take this, tie it across the top in a double knot once again to make sure it's secure and it doesn't come off, and then do the same thing with the other 2 sides as well. And then what you're gonna do now is you're gonna have a crisscross shoulder strap. When you're done, it is going to look like this, similar to the other one, but this way it kind of guarantees that one strap doesn't fall off your arm when you're wearing it. I just pick any of the holes to poke my arm through, and there you go. It is a nice little, once again, crook of the elbow bag. Just like that. So for bag number 9, yes, 9. I think we're at 9 now. You're gonna go back to the smaller one because this one's a little bit easier to tie. Taking this one, you're gonna take 2 diagonal opposite corners from each other. Tie a big knot right at the top. Try to tie towards the ends a little bit if you can for this one so you get a little bit more space in the bag, since I am using a smaller scarf. Obviously, if you use a larger scarf, totally okay. And then all I do now is slip my arm through like I did with number 1. But instead of putting these 2 extra corners in the middle to tie them, I actually like to bring it around to the front and just tie a knot there, just like that. And this kind of helps to secure it in place a little bit more. It's a little bit tighter now at the opening where you would probably put your stuff into. Somebody won't easily be able to slip their hands in without notifying you, but this one gives you a little bit more security at the top of your bag, and you can still stick things in without having to affect how the bag functions. Putting some stuff inside so you guys can see what it looks like, and you can also adjust this as you see fit. If you need more space, you can pull it up closer towards you if you want to have more things there, or if you're worried that things are going to fall out from the front, I would also just pull the strap and adjust it a little bit so it falls back a little bit towards the back, and there you go. Bag number 9. And then for scarf number 10, you're gonna go back and take the big one, and I like this one because it's really, really cute. All you're gonna do is pull down as much as possible without sacrificing too much, because you're gonna be making a very long shoulder strap. You're gonna tie a knot right there. I'd say maybe about like 9 to 10 inches if you can. Do this on one side and do it the same thing on the opposite side as well. Once you have 2 long ends just like this, you're just going to tie a double knot right at the top. I like to tie this as tight to the end of the scarf as possible to give yourself a nice long shoulder strap. And then all you're going to do in the middle now is either tuck these ends in to use as a bag, or if you really want extra added security, pull it through in your shoulder and then just tie the 2 little ends together. And this is going to be a nice cute little kind of like drop evening bag. So this bag just looks like this, and I've gone ahead and put some things into it, just kind of like fluff it out so you guys can see what it looks like. And it just kind of like drops off on your shoulder just like this. It's like a little ball. Very, very cute, and probably one of my favorite ones. Surprise! I have included one more bonus way to tie a scarf into a bag. So this is going to be bag number 11. I don't know how to do that with hands, guys, but you can do this honestly with any size. I like the smaller scarf because I think it looks really, really cute, and this one is super easy to do. All you're gonna do is take 2 opposite corners just like this, tie it into a knot. You wanna make this knot a little bit longer so you have 2 loose ends just like that, and then taking the free ends that are hanging off, you're gonna take one of the centers just like this. Other one, do the same thing, and now what you're gonna do is tie as close to the bottom as you can. Take all 4 corners, I have the little corners here, they look like bunny ears, and tie them all together at the top in a double knot just to secure it. So once you tied it through, your bag will look like this. You'll have 4 little corners just at the top here, and if you need to, feel free to adjust the knot at the very bottom. But this is gonna make a tight, very tight little bag that honestly you're just gonna have as a wristlet just like that, and it just kind of like hangs off. And I think this is absolutely adorable and very cute to take out on like maybe a first date, or you just want to go to the park and have your essentials such as like a lip gloss and your phone in there. This one is also very secure because it's so hard to get your hands in and out to take anything out. So one thing I keep in mind is if you're gonna put stuff in here, make sure you don't need it for a while or you don't have an emergency, because ain't nobody getting to this bag unless you're taking it off your arm and undoing it. So that is it for my, I guess, 11 ways to tie a scarf into a bag video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it resourceful. Let me know which was your favorite way to tie a scarf. I would also love to know if you already wear scarves like this, because I definitely did not, and I'm really enjoying it. And I think it's a cute and really easy way just to like tie a scarf together and have an instantly new bag without having to go out and get a new one, because I'm trying to roll back my finances and my spending right now after I bought those shoes. And although I'm itching to get myself a new bag because it's fun and definitely a surge of serotonin, try not to, because I know that's some reckless spending on my part, but I really enjoyed these, and I found myself wearing these bags quite a bit recently when I'm just running out to do some errands, going to the post office to pick up my mail. So they have been really fun to create, and I had such a fun time compiling this video for you guys. Like I said, if you guys want to subscribe so you guys get notified every single time I upload a brand new video, make sure to do that. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.